Impact Live. I'm excited today to talk to you guys to introduce Michael Fritz to you guys. Michael and I, or Fritz, as he goes by, we got connected through JR at the Business Leaders Network, and we talked last week, and he's got some really exciting stuff coming up. And I thought it would be a great opportunity for him to be able to talk a little bit about what he's doing with business owners in the podcast world, and then also one of his events coming up very shortly. And so Fritz, appreciate you taking the time, man. I'd love for you to introduce yourself and tell us just a little bit more about you.
Hey, thanks, man. And I got to laugh because I can't tell you how many times I've been talking, one-on-one like this, and people are like, Michael. I mean, Fritz. It's like, I go by Fritz because there's a lot of
It is your
Michaels and
name,
Mikes
right?
everywhere. It is my name, but it's not like if you say Michael, I'll be like, who in the thunder is he talking about? Can't be me, So we're cool. We're cool. Yeah, my name is Michael Fritzius, aka Fritz. I'm the founder facilitator of Podcastify Me. I get people booked on podcasts and turn the bookings into business. And the cool part about this is I have the spiritual gift of encouragement. And so whenever people come to me, they actually open up and share things with me that they probably wouldn't share with most people. They'll share about their business struggles. They'll share about, well, I'm not really getting a lot of conversions. I'm not really selling a lot. Like, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. And that's actually led me to do kind of a combination of, yes, get you booked on podcasts, but let's talk about your offer. Let's talk about, why are you afraid to
Right.
sell? You don't want to feel pushy. That's cool. Let's unpack that. There's some trauma in there. So I love what I'm doing. I'm absolutely not what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I didn't go to school for this sort of stuff, man. There's no major for, get you booked on podcast and combine that with an MBA. Like, who does that? But I'm having a
Right.
blast, dude. I am loving it every single day, dude. It is a lot of fun. It's a challenge, but it's fun. It's a fun challenge.
Yeah, I think one of the things, and you and I have talked, a few times now, but I think one of the things that I appreciated the most is, my inbox. I get people reaching out to me all the time, like, "Hey, do you want to be on this podcast, or do you want to do this talk, or that sort of thing." And I love the way that I'd love for you to dive into, because the approach that you take with people isn't just, "Hey, I'm going to get you on a podcast," but like dive in a little bit more into everything that you've really created for people, so that when they get on these podcasts, they're actually successful in getting business, right?
Yep. Awesome. So, first, what we do is we conduct a really deep interview with the person. So, let's say, for example, Drew, if you were my client, first thing I would do is spend an hour of time with you, and we're going to dig into everything about you, your business, your background, your goals, why you got started, what makes you tick. Because as we're doing that, we're recording the interview and we're ascertaining, okay, later on, what would be some really good shows for us to get this guy onto? And once we have that information, then we can pull our database of podcast hosts where we've had equally descriptive conversations with, and we'd say, okay, we've got Drew. Here's an angle that we think would be a good fit for this podcast because we know this host and we know this podcast, we know their audience. We'll ask you first, hey, does this look like a good fit? Probably you'll say yeah. If not, then it's like, well, let's make some changes. Okay, once we have that dialed in, then we share that with the host and we say, hey, we got this guy named Drew. We think he'd be a great fit for your show, and here is why. Because they know us and they've talked with us at length, and they're like, yeah, we trust Fritz, we trust his team, but also this is a pretty dang good fit. Yes, we want to have this guy on our show, not just because Fritz sent him our way, but want to make that happen, right? So
Right.
afterwards, this is where it really where the rubber meets the road, as it were, is we make lead funnels on every single episode that we get you booked on. So we don't want to just get you booked on a show and then hope that results in business. Have fun storming the castle. No, we are actually going to mobilize your audience to come to a single location because they said they wanted to find out more about this episode. Give them an opportunity to watch the episode, give them an opportunity to